If
Yeah,
you get
actually,
another
yeah,
modifier.
yeah, it actually adds up later, which is pretty cool. So, folks, when we last left off, you guys were at Port Tuala, down in Imlarin, and you found a ship that would take you over to Glamourpool, which, according to the High Priestess Holly, is the next stop to get to the Air Temple, which you decided that you'd prefer to head to the Air Temple rather than trying to make it across the ocean to the east to the Earth Temple, which is apparently smack in the middle of Giant Land, which I still haven't come up with a better name for. I'm sorry.
I like Giant Land.
Yeah, well, it's not it's not good. It's not really the official name for the land. It's just what everybody calls it.
It's not
I
exactly
like to call it Nopeville.
Yeah, we could call it that. It's not like they're looking.
Mm-hmm. Or Phaedra would like to call it Nope.
Phaedra has a problem with giants, but that's another game.
No,
That's
Nopeville population, not me.
yeah. Fair.
Excellent. Anyway, so you guys decided to get on the ship and head across with the taking the ship, the Mist Diver. Uh, and so far things have been pretty good. You don't have much of a cabin space except for Quentin, who I believe paid for a private cabin. And then I think somebody came in and did something to it. Wasn't that it?
No, they were bullying me because I was trying to make my carpet fly.
Oh,
No.
that's right. They're making fun of you because you didn't.
Yeah,
Don't have a flying
because he
carpet.
was being.
Mm.
We just literally opened, just had a look to see how he was doing, and he was a bit weird.
He calls magic. That's one of us.
Yeah, that was rude. That'll not be forgotten.
Mm.
Or will it when I wipe your memories magically?
Frets.
So, I guess the question comes. Storm tossed. Do you prefer being on a ship or at a dock?
I am not particular.
Alright. So, at some point during during this short voyage, well, short, it's like, an overnight trip across the sea of good promises. Sir Lancelot, since you're on top,
Mm-hmm.
what are you up to?
Taking care of, he'd be taking care of, Rhinestone. Just make sure they're comfortable and whatever's needed there. And probably just keeping an eye out.
And Char, I believe, is still losing his breakfast or lunch and dinner over the
Yes.
side.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, poor Char, no sea legs. And then we come down to Clay. Clay is still attempting to simulate a flying carpet, or has he given up on that now?
Yeah, it's long given up on that since the people came. And now he's blocked his door and he's just sitting in his room enjoying, I don't know, a book or something.
What about you, Amunet?
Amunet was trying real hard not to Pink in the face whenever he was flicking her in the nose. But she was down in her cabin, mostly just trying real hard to stay focused at the task at hand, not really quite sure what's going on in this quest that she has been given from Quar, so she's kind of frustrated, but probably at some point in the night, she'd go up to the deck and get some fresh air, probably out and like maybe just take in some of the, I guess, sky or something.
the night sky, the two moons. And what,
Yeah,
about,
she'd probably make her way up there.
and what about you, Kurt?
Hmm. Probably just sitting on deck, half asleep.
Alright. So, those of you on deck, which I believe is Char, Emunet, and Kurt, please roll a perception check.
I will choose to roll with disadvantage because I said I'm half asleep.
Excellent RP choice.
Question: where is Rhinestone?
I believe you guys are in the hold.
Okay.
In spite of being mostly asleep, Kurt, you're the first one to notice the unfamiliar half-elf that is currently wandered above deck. That would be you, Gemini Storm. If you would like to describe yourself. Have I gone deaf?
Hello?
He did say that the breaker might get tripped and we might lose.
Alright, so forget about that for now.
Sorry,
right.
I
Oh.
forgot I was muted because people keep running up and down the stairs like
There
a
we
herd of
go.
elephants. Being
Ah.
ridden by the giants from Noteville population, not us.
How about on the back of that, instead of an elephant, how about in the back of that ankylosaur?
You know, he's a well-trained one.
A herd of elephants being led by ankylosaurs, being ridden by giants. How about that?
Well, you're close. You're ridden by a bugbear, really.
That's fine.
So,
As I said, he stands just over 6 foot. He wears a very worn leather jerkin, and while his clothes are intact, they've been maintained. They've definitely seen better days. They're stained with mud, and over the knees and the shoulders, there's a lot of unusual stains, so he's crawling places that might not be very pleasant.
Char, your dog leaves your side and goes over sniffing at the strange half-elf and looks up with a very inquisitive face.
Hello, little one. Are you alright?
It lifts a paw up at you and starts pawing at your leg.
Did someone lose a hound?
I wouldn't say lose. I say.
How are you?
I'm good. You're quite the odd one.
I've been told this.
You see in front of you a human. Describe yourself, please. Your current state of being, please, Char.
He has contrast to several bits of vegetation on him. Silver hair, pale skin. Yeah, on his finger, you would notice a signet ring. He does also have a boomerang that he didn't really quite know where to put, so he just has it on his side.
There's also a snake wrapped around his neck.
Oh yeah, the snake. It's just sort of sleeping there. Very calm, like. He has a cool-looking staff that has a snake head on the
sorry, one
top, I
sec.
believe. Oh, yep.
I'm sorry, if we can pause for just a moment. Our cat is AWOL and they're needing me to track him
Okay,
down real quick. He might be
that's
down
fine.
here. I really am sorry, but they're doing all sorts of crazy stuff all around me.
Alright. So I will switch over to Sir Lancelot. You are currently in the hold.
Mm-hmm.
And your ankylosaur is asleep.
Good English.
Rhinestone Toughskin. That's a great name, by the way. Rhinestone is sleeping. Rhinestone has also left you a bit of a deposit, just kind of steaming nearby.
All right, I am back.
Welcome back.
Sorry, our cat, like I said, was missing, and our ferret had to be moved into one of the common areas because we're selling the house soon, so we need to make sure he doesn't go after it.
Okay.
So please continue wherever you left off.
Yeah, I just switched over to Sir Lancelot to see what he was up to.
Uh-huh.
And Sir Lancelot currently has a mess to deal with. The smell
Yeah,
is
that's-
starting to infiltrate into Clay's room.
He would deal with it. Or whatever implements around him would deal with it.
Alright. Clay, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Always with the bullying. Always. I'm already not good.
Oh,
That was Fnar, that doesn't count.
Nope, it's Clay the
still
Miracle
rolled
Worker.
1.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is the worst smell you've ever come across, Clay. The deposit of the ankylosaur that's outside your door. Kind of in it's the main hold, but there's various rooms and cabins around it, if you know what I mean. It's there's basically a large area in the center which holds stuff. At the moment, it's holding an ankylosaur.
I'll open my door and look what's happening.
Well, shit.
I know. I see it now. Can I use Volt Earth? Question mark.
Not on a ship. If you're outside, you could. But you're on a ship, you're surrounded by wood, unfortunately.
I mean on the ship.
No, because you need earth to mold earth.
Okay. Then I'll just use Mage Hand to scoop the poop into. I know where this came from, right?
No,
There's only one thing that
see-
can drop
see-
something this big.
Sir Lancelot is currently cleaning it up already. It's just that he happened to be nearby to your cabin, and so the smell of it.
Is he
hit your
cleaning it
cabin.
up?
Yes, you see
Yeah.
Sir Lancelot busy cleaning it up at the moment.
Oh, okay. I thought he said that's someone else's problem. If he's cleaning it up, I'll
Nope.
leave it. No need for invisible poop smearing on people's faces. It's fine.
Alright. Meanwhile, above deck, where the air is actually fresh and laden with salt, Char is currently talking to the newcomer. To this strange half elf
And
he's never
something I
met
did
before.
forget. Something I did forget. My character over his left temple has a bright streak of literally opalescent hair. It is white, but when the light hits it, rainbow sheens shine across it.
Ooh.
And, Grizz, I'm gonna message you a thing.
Okay.
So just read that when you get to it.
Okay.
Actually, it's gonna be jelly.
So Char and Kurt, what are you guys doing? Now that you've well, Kurt is still half asleep, but he's clearly noticed what's going on here, and Char got introduced to this guy because of his dog.
Are you part of the crew?
No, actually, I'm a traveler.
You see before
Oh,
you
alright.
a dwarf with a very matted beard filled with weird stuff, and you think some of it's moving.
Sir, I do believe there's something in your beard.
Oh, he knows.
Silly
People are entitled to their pets, aren't they?
Like,
Yeah,
take a
call
glance
it
at
pet
take a
dog.
glance at the snake and just go Russian. Right. Well, what takes you on this ship? Where are you heading?
Nowhere in particular, actually. I'm hunting down secrets.
Oh, I don't know any.
Then we'll have to look somewhere else.
I wish you luck. And then I nod over and just fall asleep.
He's an odd one, isn't he?
Oh, you don't know the half of it.
Amunet, by this point,
You'd
you
be
notice
surprised.
that Char is having a and Kurt, well, until he fell back asleep, is having a conversation with a stranger.
You see standing, looking over the bow of the ship, 6 foot tall figure, full leather armor, hooded, 2 crossbows strapped to her thighs. And as she turns, her face mostly in shadow except for 2 gleaming white eyes. Secrets, you say?
Yes. There's someone I made a promise to. What has you out here at this time of year?
I'm here for a promise as well. A quest of my own.
Cloud says hi. Sorry.
Hi, Cloud.
One that I don't control. But yet I am drawn to.
Mine is not so... Hey, babe. The campaign started. Are you okay? Oh. Yep. She didn't know. I'm sorry.
Cloud, okay?
Yeah. She's just being loud.
Yeah, that's fine. There's other people
Sorry.
are loud and at
Sorry for
the
the
same time.
disruptions, though.
No worries. No worries.
Also, I'm trying to figure out what spells I did. I've never played a spellcaster before. So many spells.
You're Warlock, don't worry, you can only cast 2.
No, I'm saying so many spells on
Eldritch
my possible
Blast.
list.
That's all you need to worry about. Eldritch Blast.
So anyways, I started blasting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know any spells.
Yeah, I think at this point,
Muscle wizard cast fist.
hey, Clay. Considering how badly that spell is getting into your cabin, would you logically go up for?
Let's go fresh air, because I just puked out of my window as well,
Right.
so...
You emerge up on the deck, still kind of green from the deposit that Sir Lancelot's beast left behind, and see some of your new companions talking with someone unfamiliar.
So what is the new person wearing? That's the most important thing. I'll judge you on that. What is he wearing?
He's covered in mud clay.
Okay,
Is he
wait!
covered in mud or clay?
Fair.
If he's covered in mud, I can do something about it. Mold earth!
Babe, are you okay?
Okay.
She almost fell on the steps. Please
Oh, no.
continue.
I'll walk over and I'll say, hello? Who are you? Are we making a new friend? You see a very well-dressed tiefling who is seemingly not wearing armor nor weapons, though a very fashionable cloak and like a bottle and some things around his belt. He
You
has ornate...
Are you
rings
describing
in
your
his-
character?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. I'm sorry. My fiance almost fell down the steps, and I was
Yeah,
concerned.
no.
Please carry on, though. Hopefully, it will settle down now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, basically, Clay looks on fleek. That's all you need to know.
Alrighty.
I'll go. So, who's our new friend here?
I didn't get his name yet.
Caladra. And yours?
I'm Clay.
I'm in it.
Cha.
Nice to meet you.
The
And who's
sleeping
this
one.
little one? And I kneel down and scratch the dog behind the ears if it's willing.
Oh, I thought you were meaning Kurt.
I was thinking that for a second too.
I was like, he's scratching Kurt behind the ears. I don't know how this is gonna go.
The dog licks your face. The dog sits
We
down
have
next to
another
Char
too.
and starts breathing.
I don't know. I think he might be down with his.
Technically, you've got another 5 because the NPCs.
They don't count.
You guys realistically in character wouldn't know that they're NPCs. That they do technically count.
Yeah, that's right, because I need to curry favor with them, because I'm gonna tell them a bunch of shit later.
This is fun.
There are a few other companions traveling along. Also, there's this big animal that just did a... Let's just say he left something downstairs, and I didn't like what he left. It's kind of stinking up the place a bit.
Is
What did
that what that
Lancelot-
rumbling was?
I don't want to know, to be honest.
Are you talking about Lancelot? That's not very nice, Clay.
I think he's talking about Lancelot's mount.
Lancelot, roll me a perception check.
No. Don't worry, he's good at this.
Hey,
You start hearing,
you too.
your ears are burning. You start hearing people talking, saying your name on the top deck.
He'll probably head up once he's done cleaning up.
So, at this point, Mr. Half Elf,
Yes.
you would notice that there is a rather large bugbear stepping up onto the deck, covered in what is it? Some kind of shiny armor.
Yeah, it is plate, and he has, because he'd always carry these with him, a lance and a halberd.
And some kind
Here's
of
another-
crest involving a dragon.
Here's another interesting individual. I'm going to guess this is Lancelot.
Sir Lancelot Duffer, yes.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you. Name.
Galadriel.
Galadriel.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's a good name, Caltrop.
Might I ask, what is that creature? I've never seen anything quite like.
An ankylosaur. That thing.
Ankylosaur.
Yes.
An ankylosaur. Interesting name.
Just an ankylosaur.
Fascinating. So, what grand quest are you on?
Well, I already found the sun.
Well, yeah. It comes up every day for 12 hours.
It was missing when I found it.
Minor illusion. Applause from around somewhere.
Now, hold up. There's I gotta do this.
Yep.
There it is
It
again.
continues.
I would also cast Minor Illusion and just have little flowers being thrown from random places at his feet.
And you're keeping that investigation for that as well, Sir Lancelot.
Yep.
Oh god, the
I
worst
started
together
immediately searching for this, the source of the sound.
now. They're already worse
I want to
together.
see if Amunet notices if Caladriel is doing that. So perception.
Yes.
Nope.
Mind you, I'm not trying
notice
to
the
hide
flowers,
it.
just that Sir Lancelot is, looking back and forth really, really rapidly. You're focused on the Sir Lancelot show.
Flower.
Find you.
What is he looking for?
The source of the,
The
galactic.
source. Yeah, it's been this ongoing thing.
Every time she does it, he always rolls really low to figure it out.
Whenever he talks about finding the sun, minor illusion, and he can never find it.
One day. That is my new quest. I will find that source.
I'm
So you're
really
s-
sorry to break immersion, but what are good Eldritch invocations to grab for now? I just looked at the list, and this is a long list.
Eldritch Blast! Sorry.
That's not an invocation.
No,
There's a
no,
lot
no,
of
no.
Eldritch.
That's all I can
so-
think of when it comes to Warlocks. Eldritch Blast.
Agonizing Blast,
That's
Mask
to
of
add
Many
charisma.
Faces.
That's useful.
What?
Agonizing Blast is
Agonizing
adding
Blast.
charisma to the damage, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, is at Charisma. Mask of Many Faces is free disguise self for always.
That one's very
and
useful.
there is Devil's Sight, which gives you 120 dark vision.
Actually, it gives you 120 normal sight in darkness, apparently.
Yeah,
Yep.
in darkness, and you can see through magical darkness. Eyes
Usually
of
go with the
the
shadow.
Eyes of the Rune Keepers let you read any writing. There is one that lets you speak with animals if you're interested. Armor of Shadows is free mage armor, which is also
Yeah.
handy.
Armor of Agathis. No, that's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a good spell.
that's
yeah.
a first level spell, though. It's not a.
Like I said, I don't play Warlock, so I kind of know just from hearing people cast stuff.
Fair.
Fair.
You just have a campaign that's completely 100% warped.
Exactly. So all I hear back and forth is like, okay, here's the spell you guys are using. Here's the spell you guys are using.
I guess the question is, what path are you going? Are you going to go
I'm thinking tome,
tome? Okay.
but it's going to be wizard spells to really dip into the Veiled Apprentice.
Oh, then you gotta take back. There's one for the tome, which lets you add spells to it.
Yeah.
It gives you ritual casting, and you can pick like 1 or 2 first level spells that have the ritual tag.
Yeah, and you also get like more cantrips, basically.
Okay. Thank you.
And basically, all the spells that you get in there, even if they're like, say, wizard ones, count as warlock.
It's called Book of Ancient Secrets.
E. I know that one well.
Eldritch Sight is also good, gives you free detect magic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, what's that? What was the free
Eldritch
detect magic?
Eldritch
Sight?
Eldritch
Sight.
Sight.
All right, thank you.
So you guys are, still looking at each other and talking, and and it's nighttime, so the moons are in the sky.
Do we have any idea how much longer this journey is gonna take?
I thought I heard the captain say something about.
About what? I'm sorry, it cut out.
I thought I heard the captain say something about overnight.
Okay.
I wasn't paying attention.
I'm gonna look at Lancelot. Did you clean up the mess?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And I'll just storm off. Oh no, I'm gonna stay here because Chris is distracted. Anyway.
Why is Kurt sleeping up here on the dock?
Not my problem. Well, we paid for his bed, so he can use it. He can't use mine, but he has one, so should be fine.
Aminette will go over to Kurt. Kurt shakes him. Kurt,
Not the salt.
sleeping up on the dock? You have a bed downstairs.
Well, I didn't think I was this tired. I just decided to have a sit down.
Oh.
And, doesn't matter if I sleep in a bed or... I mean, I slept in worse places, really.
Oh, I just want to make sure. Okay, fine. Sleep there. It's
I
okay.
don't know. I'm just saying.
You can sleep where you want. I was just making sure you were all right. That's all.
Oh,
Did I
probably.
miss anything?
I mean, not really.
He couldn't
What?
find the clapping.
I will find it
clapping.
eventually.
Oh, the clapping.
Shh.
Right. Don't worry, you'll find it sooner.
Yes.
Perhaps we should give him a hand.
It would be much appreciated.
I mean, I can arrange that. Pulls out a dagger.
I would like to cause a single clap with minor illusion. Right behind his head.
Ooh.
You're fucked.
Wait, what did you do just behind his head?
A minor illusion
secret
on a clap.
Oh, and
So
he.
Lancelot, this time you realize that these claps, they're coming from your new half-elf friend.
You have been following me this whole time!
It's with him.
I've been a great one.
He's staring at you. But why?
So, I don't know, it seemed like a sound idea.
Abinette's just got her arms crossed and she's leaning up against like the side of the ship, just smiling.
Kurt is just leaning back, enjoying the show.
Yeah, Abinette's next to Kurt.
So, I must ask, where are you going that requires an ankylosaur?
Wherever I want.
Ain't that the truth?
Not many people will stop it.
Mm-mm.
I doubt many could.
We are on a quest to do a thing.
Yes, a thing.
Yes.
As am I. Maybe our goals are aligned.
I lean over to Char. I don't remember what the thing was.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Just
I'm an
don't ask me
expert.
about it.
Oh.
What's up?
Aminette was gonna nod in his direction and ask, "What quest are you on? Other than looking for secrets and all the interesting places."
I need to find someone that can fix an artifact.
Well, certainly not our pompous friend down below.
Is that the ankylosaur?
No.
No.
I think he means the tiefling.
Yeah. He only does fake.
He's not a very good.
Are you saying you need magic?
He looks to the rest of the group. Not many who do a lot of magic. Char, I think, is the one that does the most magic.
I guess that's true.
Most rely very well on their weaponry.
I just got a new warhammer.
I've never cared much, but sometimes force is required. I motion to my simple staff that has a crudely chipped piece of flint tied to the top.
He's got Duncan!
Kurt does a double check.
Oh,
Aminette, see raise the flint and stir.
Did
I was just gonna do an insight check on this shit. Hold on.
did I accidentally stumble on backstory?
Yeah.
Curtis investigating the flint. That's what I was
I just decided
So
to
Why
I'll
are
be
you?
honest.
Curtis stands up, walks over, so whispering to the flint.
What are you doing?
Kurt, are you okay?
What is wrong?
Out of character, I'll be honest. I just flavored it to be a staff with spear type.
It was
No, it's perfect. No, it's
It's
perfect.
perfect.
It's perfect. Did you eat something funny? What are you doing? Why are you talking to his staff?
Yeah, are you okay, Kurt?
It's just, and you know, when you like look down the street and you see someone you think you know, and then it's like, wait, do I know him?
Do you know his stuff?
Then I just go sit down again.
But the flint is a slightly different color. Besides, I believe one of you still has the original.
Yes, one of them. I still have it.
Long story short, there's a flint with a hole in it.
Yes.
Yeah, one of the characters died, but he was always using a piece of flint. So when he died right next to a wave of chaos, his soul got trapped in the piece of flint.
Oh no.
It's
It's
fine.
fine.
Was it? Whose character was that?
That was Rick's character.
That's fine.
Ah, so you're carrying yourself. Good.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's what I thought.
It's good to be self-supportive.
Yeah.
Exactly. Anyway.
No, but it's like, you know, you're basically, you bring out the stick with the piece of flint tied expertly to it, and you just suddenly see several members of the party just start doing really weird stuff in reaction to that. It's like the weirdest reaction ever, including the fact the dwarf is trying to talk to it.
Slancha just pulled out his halberd. That's all he does
Right.
to show it.
Yeah, so I once had a friend whose soul got stuck in a piece of flint.
That's
This is
horrible.
diplomacy.
Well, I mean, he died, so he didn't really have much of a choice.
A fallen hero.
Yes, actually, I could stretch it as far as say he was kind of like a hero. He wasn't a bad person.
At
Oh,
that moment, a shimmering ghost appears out from Char's backpack and blinks.
Ah!
The ghost of Duncan appears, is that correct?
Yep.
Duncan!
1 second.
Yeah.
I go in for the hug.
1 second. I need to do this.
What's
Man.
going
Is this
I
the man
panic
from
and I
Flint?
punch the ghost.
I tried to hug the ghost.
Amina doesn't do what I rolled. She just kind of like hand on the crossbow, but then kind of cocks her head.
But both of you, like, you know, Kurt. Okay, actually, I need to see the roll for the punch.
At this scene, Ghost Duncan is visibly confused.
Yeah, there's a ghost of a human in armor standing in front of you now, Caldrell.
What's that? What's that?
There's a ghost of a human in plate armor standing in front of you. Thankfully, your fist goes right over Kurt's head as Kurt falls through Duncan, and your fist goes through Duncan.
internet keeps completely turning you into a robot. Could you repeat that last sentence?
Sir Lancelot, you just barely miss hitting Kurt as you both accidentally go through Duncan. Caldrell, you see in front of you a human in plate armor. But it's shimmery, he's a ghost.
I'm guessing this is the one from Flint.
Does Duncan know that he's a ghost?
Clearly, it's just
He probably
slowly
does.
backing
He
out.
knows he's. I seem to recall he
Yeah.
knows he's dead because he's shown up. He
Oh.
used to talk from the police of Flint.
But, oh, the group has found another new person.
What is that?
It's been a while since I've actually. Well, I guess I can't not classified as walking on the ground, am I? Just sort of looks down, trying to figure out what exactly, if he's technically walking or not.
Well, he's kind of like looks like he's standing on top of the thing, but he's not really. There's like nothing under his feet, but it appears like it appears as if his feet are in contact with the deck, but in reality, he doesn't feel anything.
It's kind of like a poorly rendered game, and his feet are clipping through the ground.
Yeah, sort of like that. Yeah.
Aminette looks at the ghost Duncan and kind of realizing what's happening approaches. Do you want release?
There's a world to save, is there not?
And you're here to help us?
As best I can. Stuck in a piece of flint.
How can you be of any help if you're stuck in a piece of flint? Why don't you just cross over? She cocks her head.
Because he's stubborn, like a dwarf.
Damn right I'm stubborn.
I go in for a high five.
Ghost high
Like,
five.
so does Duncan at that point. Just when small lapsed in, oh wait, I can't actually high five.
Thought that counts.
You're still connected to them, I'm guessing.
It appears so. Who knows, maybe one day we'll find a way.
Yeah.
I've heard of spells that can restore one's soul. And even the body,
Oh,
if it's no longer there.
Well, there you go,
Great
Duncan.
now.
You have a goal.
By the way, at this point, Sherlock's just kind of like waving his hand through Duncan's head constantly.
Duncan's making a very conscious effort to just ignore Sir Lancelot at this point. Trying to, at least.
Aminette just kind of shakes her head.
Duncan was one of the people I was stuck in a drow encampment with.
Yeah,
Prisoners
so
together.
quite troublesome.
Yeah, but our group got out, and here we are. I'm sorry to say, I'm the lone survivor.
GM fact checks that. You're the only PC survivor.
Yeah, but
various
I
NPCs
pointed out
survived.
ago, they have NPC aura.
Boop.
Did you try to boop the ghost?
No, I just booped my cat because she was looking at me and trying to like stand on my keyboard, so I booped her in the face and she stopped.
Aww. Yeah, booping a cat is much cuter.
Now she's got a full loaf.
Duncan starts wavering and seems to be being pulled back into that piece of flint that Char has in his bag.
He can't be out long, can he?
It appears I can't. Until next we meet, I guess.
Nice to meet you, Duncan.
And he goes back into the flint.
Aminette will nod as he goes away. Because
Goodbye,
that's the first
friend.
time. She,
That is why I talked to his flint. You
assure
never
you.
know.
I assure you, at least as far as I know, no one is inhabiting my spear.
As far as you know.
As far as you.
This is fine.
As much training as I have, I've never been very proficient with the arcane art. So this could be the Most important flint in the world, and I would not. So, may I ask, where do you go once we reach your destination?
To a place. So it looks like because he wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah, I'm reading through my notes right now because I don't.
I mean, I know as a player, know we were going to some sort of temple.
Yeah, but I can't remember the name of it or anything.
That's yeah. Switzerland. So it's like, yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, we're just out here saving the world, doing quotation marks in the air.
Interesting. What are you saving it from? So far.
Doom. Quotation marks.
An evil dead with an army at its back, trying to collect artifacts from certain temples across the land.
Well, I would appreciate the company if you'd allow me to join you. I have an objective, but no destination.
Are you a fighter or a magician?
A little bit of both, but I know how to use this spear, but I won't be slaying giants anytime soon.
Well, that's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, thinking about where we're heading.
Where are we heading?
I thought the giants were in the jungle.
Yeah, weren't we heading the
Alright,
opposite
sorry.
way to giants?
Yes, of course. We had common sense, remember?
You're going to fight giants?
No,
No.
probably not.
We thought about it.
About to say, that would be ironic. But I must ask, do any of you happen to know anyone particularly gifted in smithing? Specifically preparing magical objects?
That's a good question.
Nope.
I do
No,
not.
not me.
Well, if you
I'm-
find any leads, please let me know.
Hang on, I'll be back.
Okay.
I don't know how much you guys remember, but last time Clay was maybe looking into learning how to enchant. But Clay isn't there anymore. He ditched
But-
you guys. Man.
But did you mention that to the party?
Yeah, because when we were in the library, I was asking the man, so you guys might have overheard, but I don't know. Depends on how
Who
much
was
guy.
with you at the time?
Everyone was there.
Alright.
Yeah, it's when we first came in.
Okay.
Granted, I don't know how much they pay mind to Clay though. 'cause
No,
that might be-
Aminette would have had eyes on him because JD noticed. So Aminette will speak up to Cal. I mostly study. I take samples and run tests, alchemy and poisons. But Clay, we picked him up. He was doing something with enchanting, and you might want to talk to him. I heard him overseeing something in the market the other day.
I'll keep that in mind. But you said you're an alchemist.
Yeah, I like to take samples here and there, see what useful things I can extract from everything. Use it to my advantage and to others' detriment.
Interesting. I prefer to use my skills for benefit, but should compare notes at some point. I'm a bit of an alchemist myself. It's one of the
Really?
few things I succeed at.
And there's no harm in finding things that are beneficial.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Usually anything that I find beneficial, I give to this one. And she, like, nods over to Kurt.
Kurt is eating something.
Spit that out.
Like to,
Spit that out.
we like to experiment with
No.
different things that you can use for survival.
Hmm.
Kurt, for science, I have an idea.
Mm.
Oh no.
Pulls out from her bag. Oh wait, we need that for the ankylosaur. Never mind. Retcon. Not gonna do that. I was gonna pull out something. No, but we need it. Never mind, because she pissed off the mage.
What?
So she like reaches into the bag of holding and like pulls out a and kind and then looks at Caladriel and then puts it back.
I'm sorry, could you please repeat that? It cut out again.
And she pulls out. She has a bag that
Yeah.
resembles a very large bag, but you can probably a little bit of mist vapor coming out of it. So possibly like there's a cooling element in it. And she pulls out a mushroom and then looks at Caladriel and then looks at Kurt and then shakes her head and puts it back. Found some interesting mushrooms when we were in the Underdark. This one has some interesting properties to it. I was going to have you try it out, but
Did I see what it was?
I mean, she's not hiding it. I mean, she
Perception check, please, Kurt.
yeah.
Man, can't find the picture
Yep.
I had.
You saw what she had. Tell me what kind of.
Yeah,
mushroom
let me see
were
which
you
one it
holding?
was. I think I can't remember if it's the big or the small.
Yeah, he would instantly recognize them. He used
Big
them
wart.
all the time.
It was big wart.
Bigwort.
Yeah.
Oh, Bigwort.
Yeah, he'd recognize a big wart from seeing it because he has eaten a few of them. So
I've used them a lot.
Yeah.
Yep. he's eaten them.
Oh my
He
God.
used to feed them to his old pal Glabagool. May rest in
Oh,
pe- may
yeah.
Glabagool
Oh,
rest in
good
peace.
times.
hmm
Giant gelatinous cube. Oh boy.
Giant sentient gelatinous cube.
Sentient giant gelatinous cube.
Sentences.
Yes. Involving words.
Also,
Have
I'm sorry, but
letters.
which text chat is for this campaign?
It's
I finally found the picture for my
called-
character.
Yeah, it's called It's the Out of the Abyss one.
Okay. Thank you.
But yeah, so she'll just put the mushroom back in the bag.
Oh, nice picture.
hmm But like I said, over his left temple, there's a shock of white opalescent hair.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool.
And crudely fastened on that.
Still staring at that flint.
Yes.
So
Yes,
that sounds goes. I don't do magic or anything. I just protect the small ones.
I'm sure
Oh.
they appreciate it.
Motions to literally everyone, because technically everyone is smaller than him.
How big is he compared to me?
He's a
He is
bugbear.
8 feet tall.
I suppose everything's little to you, isn't it?
Yes. You just kick me out of here, you silly game.
Amunet will look at Caladriel. I was told I don't do magic. But a lot of my power was given to me not as a gift, but more as a curse, really. And she snaps her fingers. And a shadowy arrow kind of appears in the air and just twirls around her fingers.
Interesting.
I mean, I picked up a few spells, but I don't rely on them.
Unfortunately, I must. Though mine weren't so much of a gift as the other side of a deal.
I can understand that.
Can you understand that, Lancelot?
I understand deals, yes.
Yes, good.
So, Lancelot, I did have a question. What were you telling me about diplomacy?
That doesn't help much.
Amunet chuckles.
So does Char.
Hmm.
And my Lancelot is negotiations. I was told that diplomacy and negotiations work.
Yeah, why don't you teach him about diplomacy, Lancelot? It's kind of
I'm sure
smart.
I'm sure his method of negotiation gets right to the heart of the matter.
Mhm.
Depending on how well the hit is, yeah.
I tend to stand in front. If you are near me, then I can protect you easier.
Keep that in
Oops,
mind.
accidentally closed out. Hold on. I was trying to copy something, and I guess I'm just gonna wait till after session to do that.
I'll keep that in mind.
Hey, Grizz.
Yep.
Are there fishing rods on this ship?
I imagine there would be. Roll for investigation to see if you can find any right now.
What about a fishing net and a flute?
Do you have any on you?
No.
You have been traveling for some time. I mean, you would have.
I mean, I have a net.
And
I mean, if you're okay.
that reminds me, Caladriel, you'd have at least.
I forgot about gold.
One, yeah, you'd have gold. Plus, you'd have at least. Let's see. Yeah, you'd have at least two rare magical items, or one rare and two uncommon magical items.
All right, and
Not including
gold and whatnot.
Not including healing potions. If you want healing potions, let me know.
Okay.
Yeah, you would have whatever the starting goal is times 7, I believe. Is that how that works? I'd imagine you haven't been as successful as that, but you do have fancy some fancy magical stuff.
Like I said, I am an alchemist, so I could have possibly made a living with that.
Yeah.
And never find where to roll starting gold.
Oh, it's nighttime now, right? Yeah?
It's currently nighttime. The moons are high in the sky.
Cool.
I'm
Amanet's-
having my second beauty sleep.
Amanette's gonna reach into her pouch. And she's gonna pull out the crystal ball.
Oh, out here on the deck. Nice.
Yep.
Galadriel, roll perception. You notice what looks like, at first it resembles this like a crystal ball you'd see at a fair. Some charlatan trying to cheat people out of their hard-earned money. But then it's almost as if you can feel it from here. There's something very special about this item. Amunet.
And you said that was a deck?
What?
You said it was a deck box?
No, all of you are above deck at the moment, so you're all out in the open.
I was about to say, please tell me we're not pulling out a deck of many things.
No.
I am downstairs, Chris. I'm in my cabin.
We are not. I have destroyed at least 2, maybe 3 campaigns with the deck of many things. I am not doing it again.
All right. And quick thing with the starting gold, it's 44 times 10 for a warlock. So do I make it 44 times 70?
If you wish, yeah. Or you can do it. You can do the the first, and then I think that equals out to the same thing. But yeah, never mind.
So 44 times 10 times 7.
Yeah.
How do you do times? Is it asterisk or X?
I always use
Asterisk.
Thanks. Yeah.
Even in
Because
school,
of the
even in school, way back when I used to use asterisks because that's just how I rolled. But that's how much extra. Plus, you have said you've got 2 rare magical items, or 1 rare magical item plus 2 uncommon magical items. Or you can have 1 very rare magical item. You just have to let me know what it is first to see where you may have found it.
Yeah. Thank you.
So Amanette will look to Kurt and Char and Lancelot. I told you I had looked in on him earlier and he was sleeping. But with him being a vampire, he's probably awake now. Do you want me to look in on him?
Probably a good idea.
We can get
We
an
need to
idea
know.
of tempo.
Yeah, we need to know what he's up to.
Alright. Give me a moment. and she will focus and kind of close her eyes, and she will try to scry on the undead vampire leader.
Okay. All right. So,
Let me grab my pencil. Hold on. Sorry. Okay.
actually, before I do that, I need to make sure. Oh, wait, is that magical item the one that without me pulling up my deck, does it negate wisdom saving throws or not? I forget.
Let me pull up my Dungeon Master Guide. Hold
Oh,
on.
then I'll pull out the card because I was like, thought you had it right in front of me. I'm sorry.
No, I don't.
No, I know where it is in my thing. Cause when I reorganized everything yesterday, I put all the legendary items at the back so that I can find them instantly.
Crystal Ball Telepathy.
Oh wait, Crystal Ball Telepathy has a rare setting and very rare, so duh.
Oh, it's a legendary actually.
Yeah, I know, but it's like all on one card, so it has like 3 different versions, and you happen to find the legendary one. But since where you found it, that made sense that there was at least 2 legendary items in that place. Yeah.
It's still got a DC on it, DC 17.
All right. And he does not beat that. Sorry,
Cool.
sometimes I forget to make those rolls. So let's see, where is he at this point? It's night. You see the moons just like you see them now, showing that he's at least within the same, let's see, latitude and longitude, basically, compared to you. It's the same general area, not too far one way or the other, up and down. And he seems to be on a small island. He's standing there. You see kind of through his eyes in a way, with his massive black dragon. And he seems to be patting
Sorry, you went robot. What?
He's
standing there, what?
He's standing there. You are kind of seeing this from his perspective, because that's kind of one of the ways I like to do scry. Well, not always, but that's why you're seeing it this time. And he is patting the nose of his other large dragon, the one that he called Septimus. And they appear to be standing on an island. And at his feet is the dead body of an elf man. Looks like a sea elf, actually. It's kind of hard to tell. I mean, the skin looks a bit grayish now. I mean, it's been drained of blood, but there's just some just as you're taking all that in, you notice that the fingers do appear to be webbed.
Could she focus in and do a perception check just to get any more detail about the body?
Sure.
I really want her to get the skilled feat so she can fucking get proficiency in perception checks. No.
But the only thing you can tell is that while this is definitely a sea elf, you can tell that the clothing seems to be more of somebody who's been on land for a while, like not sort of clothes that you would take underwater. And it looks like they've been drained of blood at this point.
Drained of blood. Okay. Is there any, other than being on an island, are there any distinguishing features in the landscape? Can I tell where the moons?
Roll a second perception check.
Like where the moons are? Can I see like if East Coast, West Coast, stuff like that?
Well, as I already said, the moons are in the same position basically as
okay.
You are, meaning that you're basically in the same general area. You're not too distant from each other. You're in the same latitude, longitude.
Damn.
And no, he seems to be. He's facing. You're mostly seeing this dragon, and what you can see around the dragon appears to be beach. So,
beach.
The reason's island.
Gotcha.
But that's about it.
And given, oh no, she wouldn't know the area because she doesn't remember that. Okay, never mind. Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right. Hold on, let me pull you back up.
They're back.
So Aminette's eyes focus back in a bit. The moons are in the same formation, same latitude and longitude as where we're traveling. He's on a beach somewhere. Looks like an island. There's a sea at his feet. Not one that's been in the water for a long time. Clothes look very land dwelling, but definitely a sea elf. Webbed fingers, toes. Looks like he just fed. I couldn't make out anything else but some sort of island. I think we're going in the same direction.
Ah, of course we are.
Hooray.
Good.
Well, I guess I'll finish my quest.
Hmm.
Eminent
Dude.
smiles.
Kurt looks out into the ocean. Are there any islands around? Like, or is this ocean too vast?
Roll perception checks.
Yeah, eminent.
And you're on a
Trout
sea.
gonna-
You're on the sea of good promises. You're not on an ocean. Sadly, the shipping lane that you're apparently in is not close to any islands. You stare out in all directions, and you don't see any shorelines.
The last time I spied on him, scryed on him. Spy scry.
This crime
He was-
spy.
Hey man, do what you gotta do. Get any information we can. He was in some sort of basement. A lot of, flour, barrels of stuff. Maybe it would make sense. He's on some port city or something on this island. I don't know.
Well, when we get there, nighttime probably fun time for us to, stay a little bit more alert.
Definitely.
Yes.
It might
Oh.
also.
Shoot first, ask questions later, right?
Exactly.
Thank you.
And don't forget you have a license to arson as well. Use it
Oh
I
wisely.
do.
god, I forgot about that.
I do. I take out the paper and show it to everyone, make sure everyone knows.
Prominent links at Kurt.
It's just a piece of paper with that says license to arson. Signed by Aminet, I think.
Yep.
I won't shoot him. I'll just rush him.
Yep.
I'll shoot him. And she kind of lowers her gaze a bit. I don't know if it would. I've never hunted vampires before. At least I don't think I have.
I'd prefer no.
Fuck that.
He points to his lance.
She nods and oh. Yeah. Yeah. No, you negotiate. But I would imagine if he's sleeping during the daytime, he would be more susceptible to some things. Maybe harder to
Maybe.
find.
Maybe you should
Or
wake up early one morning and scry on him whilst he chooses his place to sleep.
I am not opposed to it. I can use this thing, and she kind of twirls the ball in between her fingers. I can use this thing as many times as I want per day. I can cast a spell through it once per day. But I can use it as many times as I want.
Okay, cast. The thing. The applause. I whisper.
Shh! He thinks it was him the entire time. Just
I
go
know,
with it.
but you wouldn't understand.
Shh. She kind of smiles. I haven't been able to do it successfully yet, but I might be able to make him do something with it. I don't know.
Fun.
I need to focus more. I'm just not. I guess that fucking no might have been right. Don't have the proclivity towards the arcane. Whatever. Didn't want to be in his guild anyway.
Yeah, screw him.
Nah.
So, Caladriel, what do you think of all this? You were just like chatting with them, trying to see if your goals lined up, and then discovered, well, they're in the trail of a vampire, and they have a crystal ball that lets them spy on him.
Not the craziest thing I've heard, considering my patron. I don't like it, but I also wasn't paying ridiculously close attention because I'm just being overwhelmed by the amount of magic items that exist. I didn't know there were this many.
Yeah.
There's always more.
Wait until you see my pancake sword.
Oh yeah, the pancake sword. Oh god, the pancake sword.
Oh boy.
Fun times.
The pink. Oh.
So, is there anything else you guys wish to get done tonight while the ship is still traveling?
So I'll just go rest and then probably get up earlier in the morning.
He's probably gonna take a prolapse, put it over him, and sleep on the deck.
Amunet will probably go someplace like up on deck and then just sit with her crossbows and
Up in the crow's nest?
yeah, that'd be good for her. Yeah, just sit up there with her crossbows and just kind of commune with her patron and just for guidance moving forward towards this venture that they're getting so close to. So she'll just meditate.
This is fine.
Alright. So, you guys get some sleep. Clay,
I don't.
except for Caladriel, who's
I
already
stay
told
up
me
on
why.
deck if you guys need me.
So, Clay, you have a wonderful sleep. You didn't spend all that time chatting up on deck. You just went back to bed, and you slept. Your wonderful, blissful beauty sleep.
I'm on a vacation cruise. I gotta enjoy it, right?
Yep. And as the morning sun comes up, small green figure climbs up onto deck. A goblin. And starts
Is it
looking
hostile?
around. What?
Is it hostile? Sorry, I asked without thinking. Please continue.
No, that's
Continue
okay.
to description.
Doesn't look hostile, but roll a perception check.
No, we did. We were talking about shoot first and asking questions later. To be fair.
Yeah, you kind of noticed the goblin on the corner of your eye, and you haven't seen this goblin before. Doc, you're probably not used to goblins. But this one is small, probably just barely an adult, and is wearing a pink dress that looks like it's been mended recently. It's of a variety of goblins that are green of skin and do not possess body hair, or any type of hair really, and have much smaller ears than typical goblins. They're usually found on the continent of Eberus, which is to the south, which is where the ship last made port.
Hello, little one.
The goblin looks up and kind of you see that her eyes aren't simply yellow, but look like they're a brilliant gold in color. And she kind of blinks at you a bit and smiles, trying to be polite, nodding her head. Hi.
Are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine. My friends are still sleeping, I guess.
Do most typically embark at a port.
What?
Most passengers typically embark on a ship from a port.
I just came from below. I came. We were last in Tawala. I
Wait.
haven't been walking around much.
I heard you said it climbed over the wall.
No, climbed up from below. From underneath.
I heard like up the side of the ship.
Yeah, I imagined it. I imagined that too.
I misspoke. I'm sorry. She, climbed up the steps, climbed up the
Right.
through the hatch,
Can you
that sort of thing.
retcon that?
I'm
I completely
sorry.
misheard you.
comes climbing
But maybe your character thought she
from
did.
the depths of the ocean.
I mean, there's spells spider climb. I mean, you can do it.
That is true. No, but perhaps that you with your perception check, you really thought she climbed up from over the side of the deck thing instead of from below.
Oh.
She's kind of blinking at you in confusion.
Where did you
Oh,
Where did you come from?
well, I was sharing a cabin with a few of my companions.
The morning light must be playing trick on me. I could have sworn I saw you climb over the side of the boat.
She glances at the side, shivers a bit. No, that would be pretty close to the water, and I'm not. I don't know if I can swim, really.
Take your time.
I mean, so much has happened lately. And then she kind of holds out a hand, and trying to be polite. I'm Grisstrap. Who are you?
I'm Galadriel. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And then she kind of looks around and chuckles when she sees Kurt. Oh, he's sleeping up here, I see.
Yeah, I don't know about him. He doesn't seem hostile, but
He's
definitely an odd one.
okay. His name's Kurt. I met him a season ago when we were trapped in the Underdark. Well, he lives there apparently. But I was trapped in the Underdark. I kind of got sold to a couple of drow, and they were dragging me off to the Spider City.
That's awful. I'm glad you were safe. As ruthless as they are, I pity the drow.
Yes, well, the captain of the ship is a drow. She doesn't seem hostile.
Not at all. But many that inhabit the Underdark are...
Oh, here comes Sir Lancelot, and she kind of points as Sir Lancelot lumbers above deck and is currently swinging his halberd around. He appears to be trying to go for a spot that nobody's standing in. Looks like he's practicing. Hey, Sir Lancelot.
Oh, good morning.
Or should I be calling you Lord Lancelot? You did get you did get given a title and land, didn't you?
Would it be Lord Sir Lancelot?
Well, I don't know. I'm not used to that.
If I recall, Sir is the honorific given for a lord.
Oh, were you already a lord? I didn't realize that.
No, my name is Sir Lancelot.
Oh. And she kind of like seems to blush a little bit and looks at Galadriel. He was given a lordship along with Char and Volt back in Zaladin.
Interesting. I'm more amused at the fact that he has a surname.
Well, yes, he was given a surname in Zaladin. He became Sir Lancelot Toughfur, and Char became Lord Char Davenport.
I'm sorry, what's that? It cut out after Char. Lord Char what?
Oh my god, he can't hear it because...
And literally, I keep getting random
Oh,
robot
God.
spikes, specifically from Grizz.
Sorry.
It's not happening to anyone else.
I'm getting them too. It's like, see, all of a sudden it's really sped up for one other reason.
Mhm.
So she said Sir Lancelot Toughfur and Lord Char Davenport. Oh, and Lord Volt Nightstorm, but he didn't. He's off. He's off with Princess Megan. They went off to check out the Earth Temple. They said they were hiring some people in Tawala to go with them. But High Priestess Holly said that we should head to the Air Temple.
Sounds like an interesting day. How much longer till we embark?
Probably. She looks up at the sky and. Well, it's getting light, so probably in a few hours.
Where is land? Can we see it yet?
Roll perception check.
All right. Eh. Eh. Boom.
Nah, it's still open ocean, open sea at the moment.
So that just kind of goes back to just doing a little training different swings and stuff like that. Keep himself limber.
Dumb question. But is there a chance there's a random bit of anything that might be earthen on the boat? Even like maybe a spare vase? Like a little like earthen jar?
I don't have anything like that. She starts pulling out her pockets looking for things.
Oh, I was
Well, she doesn't have pockets exactly. She has, like, probably a
Whoa.
pouch hanging somewhere. Nope. Why? Do you need something?
I'm just singing practice over there. I was wondering if I can use some of my magic to give him a target to swing at.
Oh. Well, that could be useful. So you're a magic practitioner?
I am. Actually, I think I have an idea.
I have a bit of magic too, just a little.
You have to start somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me, I'm a failed wizard. I know where it's coming from.
She chuckles a little bit. I've got some skills of my own. I've been trying to get better with them and, accept them and all that, but it's sometimes hard. I was always thought of as a freak back in my old home.
Magic is a difficult burden.
Hmm.
I, for one, have never been one for reading. So I dropped out.
Oh, that's too bad. Reading was one of the few skills I managed to grasp. And Holly's been helping me with what I don't know. She's a wonderful teacher. If you want someone to teach you how to read, or unless you already know how to read and just don't like reading.
It's mostly arcane scripture that I struggle with. Others look at it and they see the secrets to the universe. I look at it and I see scribbles from a drunk monkey.
Well, then it's not for you. Clearly, something else is for you. Why were you?
I think I found my calling, I assure you.
That's good. That's good. Clay, are you waking up? Are you getting out of bed at this point, or are you just staying there and relaxing until port call?
I'm gonna get some of that fresh air.
Okay. So you come up, and you see that Caladriel person again, talking to that goblin that you've been traveling with.
Good morning, guys. How's the day been treating you?
Well, but
I'm
there's still
alright.
time.
And then I'm gonna go to the front of the ship and just bask in the sunlight and the fresh air.
Are you wearing like a Speedo and getting a tan?
And no, not that far. Though it's not like I'm that heavily clothed anyways all the time. Most of the time it's like some silks and stuff. Just getting that fresh summer air and like having a drink.
And
Alright. Amunettes, roll perception check.
how do I roll a d20 in the dice roller?
And
Slash or 1d20.
yeah, you can roll that either on either on Roll20 or in the dice roller, whatever your choice
Okay.
is.
Okay, thank you.
12. Okay.
Oh yeah, sweet. So many 12s.
12, 12,
12 perception,
12,
12
12,
perception,
12,
12
12.
perception, 12
Caldril,
performance.
I mean,
yep.
I gotta.
And Caldril rolled a 12.
Oh, it's
same time.
but it's the same thing.
Yeah, I like to keep the advantage disadvantage on at all times. Makes it easier for me.
Yeah.
I toggle.
So you're
I
still
Yeah.
relaxing up there.
Cool.
Oops. Just got right down in the wrong spot.
Just a relaxing day.
Oops. Typed too much.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Alright. So more and more of you waking up. Eventually, a sandy-skinned human woman with kind of orange, slightly, well, kind of like something between red, orange, and also the color of her skin comes up with, I believe, jade green eyes? I can't even remember the color of her eyes. Comes up on deck, and Grishap smiles at her, and she smiles back. Ah, that's where you've gotten off to.
She found our new friend.
Oh, hello. And she kind of nods her head towards Caldril. I am High Priestess Holly. Who might you be? And a human man with blue eyes and long blonde hair coming up behind her. He's dressed in kind of these a red gi, I guess is the best way to describe it. Testing. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, my character's just asleep, so I can't say anything.
I'm gonna turn Sam into a hawk, and he's gonna fly around a bit to see if he can see any land or something.
Sam?
If
I don't
that's
think-
okay.
I don't think Lancelot knows Raymond is.
No, yeah, nobody's unless I don't know who was up on deck, but yeah, I don't know who saw her go up in the crow's nest, but yeah, she's just
Well,
sleeping up there.
Kurt's asleep. Sir Lancelot is currently training. Pink and his robot friend, the Warforged, are still downstairs, along with Rhinestone. Everyone else... Oh, and the dog and Char both seem to be down there as well. Everyone else...
Yeah,
seems to be
Char's
above
probably
deck
just waking
at
up.
this point.
Char's probably just waking up, getting ready to head up deck.
And Sam is watching out for my best interests. If something comes up, he'll warn me in time so I can prepare. Unless something comes down from the sky and eats Sam, but... and by that I mean probably, but I hope that's not gonna happen.
I think positively it's at least the weakest dragon.
We
Wait,
would
that's
have
white.
much more issues if that's the case.
I mean, I will still know if it eats Sam. I'm pretty sure I know when that happens.
My
Curtis.
familiar vanished.
No, wait, is it inside something? Oh dear God. Kurt is probably awake, but still just lying on deck under a burlap sack. Just like resting. Doesn't see any point getting up. Looking at the crew working.
Yeah, people are fixing rigging. Anything else, guys? Eventually, Aminette, you're gonna start waking up.
Yeah, she'll get up and she'll just stand up in the crow's nest, making sure her hood's on properly, and enjoy the breeze for a moment. Just watching the water. And then she'll look down and just see people milling around on deck, and then she'll head down.
Some of which you can sort of call your friends.
I'm gonna go ask the captain how she's doing.
Alright. So the captain is up on deck at this point, and she is helping, she's kind of overseeing the steering of the ship. Checking a chart, putting a sextant to her eyes and making sure everybody's on course. Even though it's it's the beginning of the morning, but there's still the distant stars, which may or may not be planets, are kind of there to be used as navigational points. And she looks over at you as you come over. Can I help you?
I just wanted to commend you on how fine a job you're doing. The
Thank
journey
you.
has been pleasant so far.
Yes. And it shouldn't be too much longer. We seem to be on course. Should make Glamour Pool shortly.
Good to know, good to know. Do you do this trip often?
Oh, well, yeah, we sail a lot around the Sea of Good Promises. Sometimes make it all the way over to Port Hellspring. Though the Minotaurs are not very fond of outsiders.
Oh, good to know, good to know. Is there any way to sweeten the deal with them if you happen to meet them? I'm kind of a people pleaser. It's always nice to learn so many ways to make friends.
Well, not over in Hellspring, but there are some Minotaurs in the north, from what I understand. And well, they're grumpy sometimes, but who isn't? They just happen to be very large and strong, so if they get grumpy, bad things can happen. It's really hard to tell with people,
Of course, of course. Thanks again for the pleasant trip.
And of course, you might have noticed that, of course, members of my crew are Minotaurs.
Yeah, they look very big and burly.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
You must be a very strong captain to keep all that rabble.
Oh, well, they
I don't know.
they like their jobs, and they don't want to be steering the ship. So
Fair.
it's not really a matter of that. And they're fine with what jobs they have.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to my luxury suites. Have a good day.
Well, you enjoy. It's not too much longer now. I would suggest packing things up.
I'll do as she says, and I'm gonna go pack up my stuff in the luxury suite. I'm gonna leave the moldy carpet in there by accident.
Accidentally on purpose.
Maybe.
It's a
Bye.
Oh no! I forgot my carpet. Yeah, accidentally on purpose. The bad one, I'm gonna keep. I could probably use it in a nice room someday. Or just might be nice to stand up when I set up shop again.
No. Fair. Ow.
No pain.
I just got jumped by a cat.
That's what I thought I heard. Why did the cat jump you this time?
Because instead of jumping over where they can get up, they decided to use me instead.
Oh, my cats do that sometimes.
Human ladder.
Aw.
Aw, Cleo.
And then
Yeah,
you
that's
get rewarded with soft purring.
Oh, fuck. Surprise.
Loud
And
purring.
she's always on cue.
Tabaxi on deck.
That is so cute.
There you go. There you go. She's comfortable now. Yeah. And Sherlock's just gonna kind of probably idle chit chat with Eminent, more likely, before heading back down to Rhinestone.
Morning.
Because he's gonna have to take care of the mount. It's fine.
Am I muted?
No?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Land ho! Land starts to come into view.
Land what?
We're here.
Why do they say land ho? Why couldn't they say there's land there?
I don't know why they say land ho. To be honest, I don't remember. I think this might be my first time on a boat. I don't know.
Don't remember being on a boat before?
No.
You were probably not on a boat.
I don't think so. She kind of shrugs. I don't remember a lot of things past a certain point, to be honest.
When I forget things, I usually ask people to remind me.
What if there are things you don't want to be reminded of?
There's not. I cannot think of anything I would not want to be reminded of. Even failures can make me stronger.
You're a good person, Lancelot.
Yes, I have been told.
She kind of
Remind
like,
people I'm a bugbear.
kind of chuckles a little bit and gives him like a kind of reaches up and like pat on the shoulder. She's tall, but he's taller. Give him a pat. Sometimes I think it might be better for me not to remember certain things, but I fear what my past may hold. But anyway, that's a story for a different time, I guess. I don't know why they say land ho. I don't know. But we're here.
I will go prep Rhinestone so that we may depart when we get on land.
All right. I'll let everybody know. Gather everybody. Grab Pink while you're down there in that stupid robot thing, whatever the hell that thing is. Tell them to come up as well.
I will.
All right. And she'll go and she'll round everybody up.
And that's what Charlotte's today. He'll get Pink and then he'll go get Rhinestone. Because imagine they like literally just lift him like up like a lift or something like that to get him out of there.
Yeah.
So
So you guys come into port. The crew starts helping Rhinestone get up. And you can see that there is some kind of dock master out front. This particular dock master is a Goliath. You can tell from the bald head and tall stance. Looking down over the edge as the gangplank is put in place for Rhinestone. He looks up and he starts gesturing towards the ship as he sees the group of you up there, and seems to be saying something to the captain who has come down.
Imagine Sir Lance's pike on Ryan's own, kind of guiding him down the plank. Because mount.
Hunter's Bane is set for undead still.
Alright.
Kurt gets off the ship.
Yeah,
Um,
Aminette will
And-
follow Kurt.
Okay, so Kurt and Amunet, you're the ones that start hearing that start hearing the Goliath saying they're not allowed on shore. We currently have a serious problem with security. And Dockmaster says, "Well, they paid for the ride over here. They're going to be your problems now. We were not told before coming to this port that there was some kind of issue here. The port is being closed off and selective towards people." And she seems to be narrowing her eyes at the Goliath, even as he towers over her.
Kurt walks past.
I'm gonna start
Um,
riding down the
Can
plank.
I?
The Goliath steps out directly in front of Rhinestone and puts up a hand, narrowing eyes at Sir Lancelot. "Get back on board the ship, goblinoid!"
That's not.
I'm a bugbear. That's not correct statement. Are you not smart?
Grisham, upon hearing this, as he's walking there with Holly, stops and just kind of stares in horror at this comment, and Holly stands, and Kage stands next to her. And they're he's mostly focused on the Goliath. Seems to be mostly focused on Sir Lancelot. Yeah, we've had raids by your kind for a while now.
I have never been here, so that is not an accurate statement either. You really need to learn how to read in books, apparently. It makes you smarter.
The goblinoid regions right outside our borders are getting very bold. It wouldn't surprise me if they've been trying to send spies in around the side. Even a bugbear. And a goblin.
Aminette's gonna walk towards the Goliath, hearing all this being said. You might have certain reasons for not liking bugbears or goblins, goblinoids, what you call, but we're here dealing with a bigger problem. Your silly racism, frankly. There's something bigger here at large, and we're here to stop it.
Roll a persuasion check. He kind of narrows his eyes. "Yeah, that's what you're in with this lot?" And he kind of gestures towards Sir Lancelot and Grisdrop.
Yes, I am. And I'm
And-
guided by a higher power than you can even imagine.
At this point, as he's folding his arms, still standing in front of Rhinestone, a gray-scaled lizard folk in some sort of fancy helmet comes walking over, along with several other individuals also wearing clothes that make you suggest the entire group is some kind of city guard. He starts looking your group over. "What, more spies?"
No, we're not spies here.
Is everyone this stupid?
Yes, apparently.
I'm a knight. I don't understand
it
what a spy
different?
is.
Sir Lancelot, roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
I don't think he just doesn't give a fuck.
Don't you have some signet from the king?
Yes. My armor and my signet ring.
Does anyone else
That's
want to
what
get
score for
in on
land.
this conversation?
Oh, I want to get in.
I've been
Did you
trying.
Chris, did you read my message?
Yes, I saw your message. Everything's good with
I'm
you.
gonna yell.
You guys
I'm
don't
gonna
see
yell
Clay
out.
anywhere.
I'm gonna yell out from behind the guards where no one can see me, and I'll be visible. And I go, "Hey, why are you harassing my guests?
They kind of look back at you.
I invited them 3 months ago. They are here to help me out with a problem within the city. Why are you harassing them?
Roll persuasion.
Can I roll? Let me see. Deception instead.
Yes, because you are trying to deceive them about something. You're
Do
trying
I
to
get
persuade-
Do I get advantage because I'm wearing the colors of the city?
Roll a history check. To
Therefore,
see if you...
being more believable.
Sorry, I just noticed that what you actually said in that colors of the city because I didn't it's like I just started to change your colors. Can you roll a history check?
I mean, I see the guards, and they are probably wearing the colors of the city. But if you want,
All right, you managed to copy enough of the guards' colors, and some reasonable knowledge that like the guards wear something like this, and certain colors. The city is being a seafaring city is more likely to wearing sea formed colors. So you've managed to approximate that with your cloak.
so I look like a local,
Which means
right?
that you can use either persuasion or deception. I guess deception would be a better source in this because you are trying to deceive them about you being from the city.
And I look like a city person. Nope, I'm not screwing this up because I don't have expertise in deception.
Oh, yeah. The captain, the one that appears to be the leader here, the lizard man, kind of uncrossed his arms and puts a hand on the Goliath, and says, "Well, it looks like Mr. Big Important here," and he's got this twitch in his eye that makes him think that he looks like he believes you, but he doesn't recognize you, so he's feeling, foolish about that. Looks like Mr. Big Important here has hired them on. If he is willing to vouch for them, well, I guess we know who to go to if the two goblinoids start causing a problem. Then he turns and looks at Clay and says, "Well, sir, they are on your watch. Their mischief is your mischief. If they're spies, well, then you're going to be hanged along with them."
Don't worry, I'll keep them on a close leash. Come on, we gotta get you to work. It's kind of a timely matter. And I start heading in a direction. I don't know which one, because I haven't been to this city. Holly will explain to me where we're going later.
Yeah.
Right now, we gotta go.
Yeah, Holly takes Gerstrap's hand and rushes past. The Goliath steps out of Sir Lancelot's way, and Clay has become MVP by getting you through this without arrest.
Aminette, while walking by, as the group passes by, going to look at the Goliath, and if any of your guards give any of us any sort of shit, I'll know who to come and find as well.
I'm just
Walks off.
Dockmaster here.
Now behave. Behave. We need to get going. I don't want any more trouble with these people. I don't want them to raise the taxes or anything on me. I have a lot of import coming soon. That's why I need you guys to help me out.
So Holly lets out a sigh of relief and puts a hand on Clay's arm. "You did very well there. Thank you."
It's the trick of the trade. Every merchant needs to have a quick tongue and quick wits.
She nods. "Yes, indeed."
And hopefully some tact.
Now, don't cause me any trouble, because I'm pretty sure they will come.
Pink.
I don't want that.
Caldril, at this point, you do notice that there is another member of the party because he's following you. Actually, two other members of the party. There is a blonde elf and what looks like a walking tin can of some kind. Or some kind of metal golem. It's hard to tell. Kind of slowly following after the elf.
This is quite the entourage.
It is.
I have a lot of work to be done. I need a lot of people to do it. And I hired experts from all around the world.
We're experts now. I'll make sure to keep a note of that.
I didn't say in which field, don't get too cocky.
I'm an expert in negotiations.
Yes, you are.
And
if these guys give us any sort of shit, Kurt, you can become an expert in our.
That's what I already was.
Good point.
Our city I can't come back to.
Could make it a point not to come back at all.
Holly starts to say, well, we should probably find some sort of transport. I mean, Sir Lancelot has his mount, but we could probably use a carriage or something like that to take us onto the road to get up north towards the Silverwing Mountains.
I'll leave that up to you. You seem to be... She's local, right? Probably. Or at least has been here before.
I've been here before, yes. No, I'm from Ithan.
You'll know. All up to you now, girl. I got us out of the first encounter. Now it's all on you guys. I done my job for today.
Yes, you did. Thank you, Clay.
So the sea air is still filling your nose. I mean, you've gotten used to it from the ocean trip. Although there is a bit more of a distinct fish smell in the air here. And of course the calling of birds is more audible. The air is nice and warm, as, you going up the sea, and that particular sea happens to be, well, more or less on the equator. So it's, warm here and warm back in Tawala. And you see before you what looks like a rather old city at that. A lot of stone buildings in various stages of repair. Different architectural styles, some most likely from the former empire that used to exist here, the Mulan Empire, and ever since it collapsed, it's likely been on its own, fixing itself up and, rebuilding itself. So you see a few newer buildings made out of wooden materials and some out of limestone, mostly likely quarried from somewhere nearby. Most of the people you see walking by, you see plenty of humans, some halflings, dwarves, the lizard folk, but you also see Goliaths and furbolgs, which you haven't seen too many of down south, and you see the occasional sea elf walking by. You are getting looks as people. Sorry, I get really distracted by typing.
Sorry, I forgot to mute!
My bad. You see various looks aimed in the direction of Sir Lancelot and Grisdrop. It looks like something has been going on around here lately involving goblinoids to be getting such looks.
Sir Lancelot just honestly is just holding his head high. Doesn't seem to care.
Grisdrop's looking more and more nervous and clinging to Holly's side like a nervous child.
Not the most welcoming folk for your kind.
I don't care.
Oh. She looks over towards Sir Lancelot. At least you were getting respect back in Zaladin. And she looks back at Caladriel. Other than with these people, I've never really felt welcome anywhere. I mean, even in my home cave, they didn't really care much for me.
If they tried to attack you, they had to get through me.
Thank you, Sir Lancelot.
They protect the small ones.
Agreed.
And I am the smallest one here, except for Char's pets, of course. Her eyes seem to sparkle a bit. Holly looks at the rest of you and says, "Okay, do we want to buy rent or buy a transport, or do you guys need to get the sea out of yourselves and sit at a tavern for a while or something? Or do you need to resupply?" she asks. She's like looking a bit nervous, getting a bit overwrought because of what was going on with Grishop and Sir Lancelot.
How much horse and carriage would cost us?
Well, I imagine that depends. I mean, it's not like we're going to another town, so it's probably going to be, up to you if you think we can afford it. I really don't have much in the way
I
of
have
funds. All right.
I also do need to purchase enough food and water for Rhinestone here.
We can do that at the same place, stable.
I have a question for everybody. Have we cashed in all the money that we got from that venture through the fucking ruins? Have we sold all of our stuff?
I mean, I still have to find wine.
I mean, that's worth a gold mine, but you don't want to...
I mean, what I picked up from there was some money, which is what I'm carrying, and these potions.
I thought you had a fancy box filled with all sorts of gold things.
He sold them to me.
Oh, did he? Oh.
I also have a box that's... I don't know what's inside of it.
Wait, did I sell them to you? I guess I did.
I mean, if you really want, I still have like 900 gold pieces. I can chip in.
I don't have a whole lot of gold. I have like 109.
Why do we need gold? I thought we were going to the temple.
We need transport, Tolly reminds him.
How expensive can that be?
She kind of
Or we
shrugs.
go by foot.
Let's just go ask. If it's too much, I'll...
Well, it's a bit of a journey to walk. You have to go, north along the road, to continue to go north when it forks, then head up head into the Silver Wing Mountains.
Will a carriage really get through the mountains?
Well, see, as an initiate, I know the way through the mountains. The kobold caretakers there have a path that we can take. I mean, we can take the carriage as far as the entrance to the path, which is the easiest way to get up the mountains.
Well, if it's too expensive to get a carriage, then I say we just walk.
I mean, I have enough food, I think, to last me. I mean, I have plenty of food, and I think we've got water taken care of. I don't think a horse and carriage would be that much. I mean, I can chip in a little bit. It'll eat up everything I have.
Well, we'll go to the wherever we can go carriages, because I'm pretty sure Holly would know that. I don't know. I'll ask her. Do you know where we could go to hire a carriage?
Yes. Did you want me to take care of that? Well, I just need some money. She smiles sheepishly. But I can take care of that if you guys want to relax for a bit. I mean, I know I'm I'm causing you a lot of hardship. I mean, this is my journey, and you guys are coming along with me. So maybe you should go and relax for an hour or so while I arrange transport.
Kurt walks over to her, hands her 37 platinum coins and 188 gold coins. altogether 558 gold.
Look, can you write that down? You roboted. I think I'm probably roboting too.
Alright, I'll write it down.
Cool. No, actually, forgot she had gold.
Yeah,
She then reaches into her pocket and realizes it hears a jingle and realizes, wait a second, I've got gold, and basically takes the extra gold off of Kurt just in case, but gives him back the platinum.
Alright.
And I'm sorry. What was your name? Clay?
Yes.
You said you were local?
I'm not. I was with you on the boat.
I'm aware. But
I
you
just
spoke
said
to them
that.
as if you were.
Yes.
Remember how I said that he was a little shady?
Hey.
A little bit of a con? Hey, I'm good at what you should
Should
do,
I
Clay.
should I go talk to them again?
Yeah, sure, and let them know that you're not from here as well.
Amunet steps? Is that a threat?
What are you gonna do about it?
I think she was trying to compliment you. I don't know why you took it as an insult.
I was trying to say you were quite skilled at what you did.
I know I
But
am.
if you want to start something right now, I would happily do it.
Oh. I still have unfinished business with you. It'll have to wait till I'm done.
Unfinished
may-
business.
Yes. The makeover. Did you forget already?
And she took that as a threat. That's hilarious.
Oh, this is still a thing, really.
Oh, it'll be a thing. I'll make sure of that.
Quick question out
Roll
of
up or-
character.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
No, go ahead.
All right, I have to make it quick because it's about time for me to leave for work. What is the capability of a familiar in regards to returning to its master?
It can all. What kind of familiar? Do you mean the spell?
Well, I have a familiar. It's a raven. I was just wondering. My character needs to come up with some decent way to disappear right now so I can go to work. I was thinking he was gonna go.
It can come back.
I was figuring that, we'd be stopping
What I was gonna say
in a
is-
minute anyway.
Mhm.
For reasons.
Okay,
Fine.
that works. But I was gonna say my character will disappear, but I'll leave my familiar with them, and they can say if they need me, send him back.
Sure.
Can a
Yeah.
familiar.
Yeah, it
come
can
back?
come back. Yeah, it can. It should always be able to find you, and you can always snip it out and snip it back to an existence without a cost.
Okay.
Yeah. The only time you need to use Find Familiar again is if it dies.
So yeah,
That's
I was gonna say, if I may interject, I need to ask around, get a bit of information. Here's my familiar. If you need me, call for me. But I gotta go now. Out of character.
it's fine.
Thank you for letting
Have
me
fun
join.
on your-
So it's in 2 weeks?
Every other week.
Yes.
All right.
Hey, have fun on your last weekend job.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
See ya.
good day.
See ya.
See ya.
Take care.
Alright.
Up to you what you guys want to do next.
How much money did we give Holly?
You gave her the additional 188 gold. She is now heading off to see what she can get bought with that gold.
I'm gonna go to the fur markets. You know what I'm looking for, Chris. Where I can find that.
Dalmatian puppies.
I mean,
basically,
no, but yeah.
she basically said, you guys are currently at a particular square. She said, meet back here in 2 hours to see where we're at.
I mean, like I said, the only thing he was worried about was enough food and water for the thing, but she's going to the stables.
Yeah, and she calls over her shoulder. I'll pick that up for you as well, Sir Lancelot. Don't worry.
Appreciate it.
Quick thing. Be sure not to leave Chris and Lancelot alone, because that might cause trouble. Anyway, I have business to attend to. And he'll leave.
Aminette will stay with Grizz and Lancelot and make sure that nobody fucks with them, and if anybody gives them any sort of looks, she will step towards and be intimidating them and get them to fuck off.
Kurt is gonna be around them too.
Char's just gonna explore the city. Why not?
Kurt is like walking around looking like a little bit uninterested by the surface. Like, oh look, it's another surface city. Same old, same old.
I mean, Cilantro probably just because he's being told that this city's under attack, he's just gonna make sure he's gonna be on alert, basically.
While they're in, like, I assume Lancelot and Grizz are like is gonna stay in the square area. Yeah.
At the moment, they're kind of like looking towards. Well, at least Grishdrop is looking towards you.
I don't know. If we want to just we can meet back here, like Holly said, but maybe if we can scope out which buildings have basements. Usually there's some sort of like basement like entry outside of the building. Might be able to get some options where this motherfucker might be sleeping during the day.
True.
Great.
I'm also going to be keeping an eye out for any raiders, as they've apparently been attacked.
Yeah. I don't think... If this guy's here, he's got an army with him too. Where would they be hiding? Maybe the raiders, maybe they just think the raiders are bugbears and goblins. Maybe they are really dumb.
Maybe we should investigate whether or not these incursions are happening at nighttime.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's a nice job to protect.
Well, I'm just itching for a hunt right now. I want to kill it. I want to kill him.
Bloodthirsty, alright.
Have you known me to be any other way, Kurt?
You do like your meat rare.
Why did Clay leave them alone? I just told them don't be shady. Now they're gonna search around in basements and ask about the war.
No. Yeah, it possibly burned down a city. It's fine.
I have a license.
Yeah, you got a license to burn.
I'm
No,
gone
she's
for
not
10 minutes.
going into basements, but scoping out buildings. Because you know how you like for basements, you know they sometimes they're inside the building, but sometimes there's like an outdoor like little like storm cellar kind of doors and everything. So she would want to look for places that this guy is.
So she's skulking around, scoping out buildings.
Fuck yeah! That's her mission. This guy needs to die. So
it's fine.
Or with you.
Yeah, I should go back and murder those guards so they don't know you guys are in here because of me. I'm just gonna go by my first. I'll run away if things go bad. I can pull a fawn.
Pull a fawn, yeah.
You know.
That's an ongoing joke for like 2 years. That.
Yeah, ever since you vanished.
One doesn't run away from.
Oh,
no, it just goes invisible.
Yeah. So see,
Yes.
ever since that scene in Tomb of Annihilation where you nearly got either yourself or someone else killed or both.
Got Phaedra killed.
Yeah. That would have been bad because we relied on Phaedra ever since then. Yeah. Oh no! Wait, not that one. No, this is before Phaedra showed up. No. We first coined that phrase when he started doing that back in during the dinosaur races.
Oh.
That was shortly before Phaedra showed up.
Oh yeah, because he fell off.
Yeah, he fell off, and he turned because one of you decided that it would be fun to pretend to be a dinosaur by wild shaping into one or polymorphing into one. I forget which one it was. I think it's a wild shape.
No, that that was after they went back to Naranzara. Vader was there for that.
That's right. No, you were there for that. Yeah, I forgot they went back, and that's when that happened.
Yep. And the first time that Phaedra almost died was up on the wreck of the Star, whatever that ship was, with all the Gralians.
I think it was like the Star Goddess or something like that. It was like
yeah,
Goddess or something.
And Fawn noped out of there, and Phaedra almost died.
Hey, I always died too. Fawn always died too. Thank you very much.
Fawn still had HP at the end of that fight. For the rest, Phaedra had none.
Yeah, well.
Boo-hoo, you
Thank
guys
you so
didn't
much
get
for
eaten by a
saying that.
dinosaur
Yeah.
with feathers. Or killed by zombies while giving someone else a healing potion.
That was ghouls, and they surrounded you. Yeah, poor Kengu.
They didn't surround me, they surrounded our paladin ranger or something, elf guy, and he was almost dead and was like, I have a healing potion. I'm a rogue, I have enough health. I'm gonna give him a healing potion. Ha! No, fuck you, you're dead. I forgot I couldn't disengage and dash at the same time.
Yeah, you died. You died twice in that game.
Hey. And then Mao came back and died again. It's fine.
Yep. That's because Thorn resurrected him.
I mean, resurrected or re-gave him his worst fear by dying again to a horrible
She
undead
tried
monster.
to give him a second chance, and he died immediately.
Nah, I still believe Thorn is evil, an evil goddess who's just playing games with us. That's the most logical explanation in my.
Anyway, unfortunately, with this particular adventure, we're going to have to call it quits for today. I know we only meet, every other week for this particular one. At least we got some stuff done instead of completely nothing.
Fine.
And
I got to
and I wrote down a bunch of notes as to what you guys exactly are you looking for, so I will customize things for the next session towards that.
Don't forget my displacer beast hide.
Don't worry, it's still in my head.